Hey YouTube, I wanted to give an update on my workout and running experience throughout pregnancy. I made a video, it was at 29 weeks. So what it was like running at 29 weeks pregnant. And now that I'm 38 weeks pregnant and I could give birth anytime now, I figured I needed to give an update and just kind of give tips and tricks / just an update on how it's going. So I'm still running at 38 weeks, and my workout experience, as I discussed in the last video, has totally evolved throughout the process of being pregnant. You know, at the very beginning, my first 20 weeks of pregnancy, it was really the same as not being pregnant. I was really pretty much, I think, able to work out the same and to the same rigor as not being pregnant. And I was really grateful and really surprised by it. So I was like, maybe I'll be able to run, a lot more throughout my pregnancy. And I'm still really surprised that I'm able to keep running and working out at 38 weeks pregnant. I know a lot of people say that they're really uncomfortable and that their body just can't do it. And though there's some days where I just feel like extreme exhaustion and that I just don't feel up for doing that much at the gym, I still am able to physically do a lot. And I think it's because I've worked out this whole time that my body has able to handle this pregnancy. I don't have a ton of back pain really ever, unless I'm having Braxton Hicks contractions or false labor contractions. Those are really the only times where my back actually hurts and aches. I've just kind of had a general energy and energy that I didn't think I would have, and that a lot of people have commented on, and I just feel good. I feel like I could go on through this pregnancy another 20 weeks, but I'm glad I don't have to because I'm ready to meet my baby. So that's this is totally a side note, but I would always encourage anybody and everybody to work out as long as they can, as long as their doctor approves of it, because it really it's been a deal breaker for me. I feel like I could get pregnant right after this pregnancy and do great because I worked out and I have just the energy. I'm not exhausted at the end of my pregnancy. So anyway, but if you want to kind of hear a detailed evolvement of how my workouts have gone throughout being pregnant, I would go watch my other video where I kind of get into more detail because I'm able to remember it more. So I'll link that other video down below, at the very bottom of this. That way people can go watch that video. But this is just kind of an update. This isn't a story time. So I'm 38 weeks pregnant and doing really well. I am still using my belly band, which is also linked in the other video, but I can link it in this video. It's by this brand, Neotech. And again, I got it off of Amazon for 17, 18 bucks. It was super cheap, so I didn't have very high expectations. But this has been what has been the deal breaker for me. It's 2 layers. This band kind of goes right underneath your bump, and it has a Velcro strap, which you can tell is getting really worn. So this will only last this pregnancy. I don't think it will last much of another pregnancy or the second one. But anyway, and then this wraps around my waist. Here, I can show you. La, 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 la. Okay, this goes underneath my belly, wraps around, and I literally just strap this on right before I start on the treadmill. And then this kind of, I don't know if you can see. Sorry about my sewing machine. I just didn't feel like moving it. I'm at that point in my pregnancy where I'm whatever. And then this goes above. I'm wearing my husband's boxers because those are the only shorts that fit. Isn't that great? And it really it doesn't look like it would do much. But y'all, I sometimes just wear it if I feel like I might have a backache coming on, or maybe I feel like I lifted wrong or something at the gym. I'll wear it just for extra back support. I'll wear it when I'm walking on the treadmill. It just provides so much. So this band helps the kind of disproportion all the weight from being right here. And then I feel like this huge band right here helps me stand up more properly and not be It kind of helps me keep my posture and the weight to not bear down. And I really think this is one of the things that's been a deal breaker on me having so much, or not having any back pain really. So again, this has been a lifesaver. And for less than 20 bucks, you really can't beat it. There were more expensive bands on there and stuff, but there's no need. I have people asking me in the gym, where'd you get that? It looks like it's really helping, and I'm like, Amazon for like $18. Go check it out. I got a size large because, where is it? I think I got a large. I'm pretty sure I got a large. I got larges in like everything. And now like my nursing bras and tank tops are still big. But I just didn't know what I would need. I got a size large. But I feel like I could have gotten a medium. At some points I felt like this was too big. And now it kind of feels like it actually fits. But then as you could see, like I wrapped the strap. No, okay. I could have definitely gotten away with a medium throughout my entire pregnancy. But I got a large and I like having the extra strappage to wrap around me. But if you're super petite and smaller than me, definitely get, a medium or a small. But I like having extra straps. And as you can see, I sew. So if I really needed to, I could trim this off and kind of just attach the Velcro there. Sorry, reflux. And then I would still be able to keep using this. So, but yeah, I feel like it really works really well. And for the price, and I use it every single day, when I go to the gym, it's just kind of a no-brainer. So if I could sing its praises anymore, I would. But this little cheap belly band from Amazon, it's by Neotech, and I'll link it below. Okay. So that is why I'm able to keep running. That's why my belly doesn't, ache when I move up and down with every little step. There's been added pressure on my feet. So granted, I have almost 30 extra pounds on my body. So of course my feet are daily bearing more weight every moment of the day. But when I run, I can feel them kind of, that feeling when your feet almost start to feel like they're on fire or like you're running on hot cement. So I'll get that and I just eventually give up. And granted, again, I'm only running, I think I said this in my last video, but at this point in my pregnancy, I'm running anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. So I'll run like a mile, at least 10 minutes on the treadmill. I usually do 10 to 15 minutes. Some days I'm like, let's keep going. And I go to 20 minutes, but that's more rare. And I just run for the endorphins. I just run to feel good. I just run for that moment when you feel like you're flying. And I just run for that. That is what I run for. And I actually had to talk to my doctor, what was it, yesterday when I had my doctor's appointment, because I wanted to make sure that it was still okay that I'm running. I had talked to my doctor at 20 weeks and at the beginning of my pregnancy just to make sure I was good to keep running. But lately, sometimes it, at the end of my runs, maybe the last 2 minutes or something, it will feel like I'm contracting. And I was like, oh, I don't want to cause anything, Actually, maybe I do because I'm 38 weeks. Let's go. But I really don't want to improperly cause anything. And so I talked to him about that. And he just said it was because of dehydration. So I got my water bottle here and every few minutes I might get some hydration. So he's just said that's just because you got to keep hydrated and your body will start contracting because you're losing a lot of water, you're sweating, but you need to be consuming. So that would be the only thing I would say is I'm seeing more and more need for me to continually take sips of water throughout my run. So if you are running and you're pregnant and you're running outside, I would say if you want to keep running throughout the end of your pregnancy, I think more and more it necessitates you running on a treadmill or in a gym just so that you have the surveillance. I'm friends with all the people that work at my gym and they watch me and they know, her water could break at any moment. They know to kind of peer out the window of their office and kind of look over at me. And then they'll talk to me like, hey, you probably pushed too hard because you were getting to the edge of your treadmill and you almost looked like you were going to fall off or something. Like, you can slow down, you can just walk, or whatever. So friends with people at the gym, people can watch you if you're on a treadmill. Even if you're just running on a treadmill at your house, people can watch and check up on you. And if you did, God forbid, fall off the treadmill or faint or something horrible and dramatic, you would be near a phone. But if I was running on trails, one, you have to deal with the elements and the heat and the rain and blah, blah, blah. And like, you have to worry about like seeing little rocks and twigs and stuff on the road. But also someone could come out and attack you a lot easier because you're more vulnerable, all those kinds of things. So I really think towards the end of your pregnancy, I don't really see how it'd be practical to keep running outside. You really need to find a treadmill or a gym so that people can keep their eye on you, so that you have like a really accessible water supply. People on you, water supply, what else? Just like basic things like you can keep your water bottle on the treadmill with you. You can watch your heart rate. That's really important. You don't want to get your heart rate really super high because of course, you don't want to cause like fetal distress. And also just because you are more delicate. You're pregnant. You're 38 weeks pregnant. You can't be running as hard as you ran when you weren't pregnant. That's just life, and sorry, but anyway, I hope that's helpful. I'd really encourage you, if you're running outside, move inside, move onto a treadmill. You can get a fan on you that way. It's a lot safer, and I wouldn't see how it'd be practical, but I do know some people do it. More power to you. Hope your husband's running with you. Okay, my husband doesn't run with me though, so I run all by myself. In fact, my husband doesn't even go to my gym. He goes to another gym. He literally drops me off at my gym, then drives to his gym, then comes and picks me up at my gym, and we go home. It's like the dumbest thing ever, but it works for us. So anyway, I got my belly band. I'm running about a mile, like 10 minutes, a 10-minute mile. And so pretty slow. And then I'll walk for about an hour is what I've been trying to do for the last week. So since like 37 weeks, I've been trying to walk for an hour after my run. One, to help myself really cool down, but also just because I know that's really good for strengthening your body and muscles for labor. They say it helps with induction, but they also just help strengthening your body for labor. And so I'm like, why not? I feel I really try to keep working out my arms. I try to do my yoga ball exercises and stuff and stretches and butt workouts and anything that I can do. But I kind of moved away from the bicycle because when I was on the electrical bicycle, it would be like every time I pedaled, I would bump my belly. And sometimes he would start kicking and it just felt like it was just not good. That's just maybe my motherly imagination going far, but I just felt like it wasn't the best thing for him. Now that I'm bigger, it just seems like he didn't enjoy it. So it's not like I super enjoyed it either. I just was wanting extra cardio, the extra, burn and fun that it is. So anyway, I stopped doing the bike, but I'll run for 10 minutes when I first get to the gym, walk for about an hour, watch a couple episodes of flipping that house or whatever, and then get on the yoga ball, maybe do some lifts for my arms to try and tone these little guys up. I don't know. And then I'll get on the yoga ball and maybe do some butt workouts. And then by then it's like usually been quite a while, like an hour and a half workout. Sometimes I'll do 2-hour workout. And my husband's like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to come pick you up. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And we feel great because we worked out. And I really hope I can keep working out until the day I go into labor because it's just empowering. Usually after my workouts is when we start talking about like, if we went into labor right now, we could do this. Like, I could do this. Yes, I just exerted a bunch of energy at the gym, but because I exerted that energy, now I have the hormones and the excitement and all that to put towards, going into labor. Now, granted, that's easy for me to say. I don't know about the day and time, but I'll let you know when that happens if I had just worked out and if I was able to do it, especially do it naturally. So, I'm enjoying my workout process. Let's see. I was weighed on Tuesday. Today's a Thursday. And I weighed, are you ready for this? 199.8 or something like that. And when I first became pregnant, I was like 172.6 or something. So what is that? Somebody do the math. 199 minus 172. That's how much weight I've gained. I really can't do the math right now. 27 pounds, maybe? Okay, but anyway. So, but I feel really great about it. I know some people are like, I only gained 15 pounds my first pregnancy. My body, I think, needs a little bit more. No matter what I do, like at the beginning of my pregnancy, I was really sick. If you haven't seen those videos, I can link those down below. I really struggled with morning sickness. The only thing that really helped me was working out. And I still gained a lot of weight. I feel like I gained most of my weight. Yeah, I did. I gained like 22 pounds at 20 weeks. And I really only put on 5 more pounds since then. That doesn't make sense, but I think that is actually what it is. So, I don't know what it was, but I really gained a lot at the beginning, and then I've really slowed down at the end, which has made me worried sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like chunking like chocolate chips down my throat. I'm like, make sure this baby is fed. But you never know, and you can always pick things to worry about, but the Lord is in control. So anyway, I've done pretty well on weight gain. I feel pretty confident about that. Yeah, I'm not like insecure about my weight gain, so I'll talk about it all day long. My size, I've measured like very consistently you know how they measure your belly in centimeters? My belly is like always the number of weeks that I am. So I think that's also a good sign. The doctors always say that it's a good sign. My blood pressure has stayed really well. My iron count, hemoglobin, and all that, it was all good. So I really do feel confident. My mom gained about like anywhere from 40 or more pounds with all her pregnancies, and really just did not feel good at the end of her pregnancies, had to be induced, really wasn't very active. And I just feel kind of opposite of that. And the only thing I know to contribute it to would be to exercising, because that is daily what gets me through the day. I wake up in the morning and I'm excited about my workout. I'm excited about, one, getting out of the house, two, having a goal and having something to work towards. I think that's the beauty of exercise, is there's always more, and it's always going to be a little bit like hard or something to fight after or work for. And then, yeah, I think that's all I kind of wanted to say, is that it's just really been a deal breaker for me in my pregnancy. And I've told my husband this 1,000 times, but unless, like, God forbid, something horrible happens, I can't imagine not working out in my future pregnancies. I almost feel like I have to, because it's been such a blessing in this pregnancy. It helped me fight morning sickness in the first trimester. And then it really became like in my second trimester, when I got my energy back and I stopped feeling so sick and stuff, it wasn't necessary, but it became my joy, and like something that made me feel a little bit more normal, and made me feel like I had, control over something, and that I was doing something good for myself and the baby, and not just sitting around watching Netflix, So I'm really grateful that the Lord directed me to continue working out, and encourage my doctors to encourage me to keep running as long as I could, because it has been a blessing, and it's been invaluable. And of course, I'm a spectacle at the gym. People love talking to me, the pregnant woman who works out every day, but at the same time, it's so worth it. Like, people can stare all they want, but I get to enjoy this, the endorphins of it, running with my child. I never know when my last run with my son will be. He's never going to be this close again. Even if he grows up and loves running just as much as I do, I won't be able to run with him this close. And so it's just a joy. Like, I'm not running alone, and it's just priceless. And working out just gives you a level of confidence. I will never feel insecure about my body or my body weight or my pregnancy gains, because I know I've done my absolute 100% best on keeping healthy. I don't always make the best food decisions, but also you can't always make the best food decisions because you're pregnant and you're craving chocolate chips. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm doing my very best, and I know I've done better than I could have ever imagined I would have been able to. And that's all to the glory of the Lord. But also, it gives me a level of confidence that I don't have to feel bad if I've gained 27 pounds or whatever. Or like, if someone says I'm big, I don't have to be like, oh no, you really do think I'm big? I'm so bloated and ugly and fat. No, I don't feel that way at all. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm big, but I also like feel confident about myself because I've worked hard and I've been taking care of myself, and I would only look worse, I guess, if I wasn't doing this. So I don't know if those are encouraging things, but that's just how I feel, and probably a little bit blunt. But I'm a little bit like, I'm reaching that point in pregnancy where pretty blunt and just, here it is. I'm wearing a nursing tank and I'm filming myself on YouTube. But yeah, if you've watched this, I hope you walk away with one thing. Just work out. Do your very best. Do it unto the Lord. Do it for your baby. It has been so good, and you will not regret it. You won't, as long as you don't push yourself too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. But do it. Try it out. It's really going to change the whole game. Okay. Have a good one. Be blessed.